When the elders come together, they share their differences and they come forward with the solutions. It's better for the elders to come together and then bring the youths also with them so that they can learn, and then they can learn. It is always in the past, all the history, past history, it is the relationship of the elders that has kept peace among different families, different communities, and different races. Peace starts with the elders. Historically, trouble or peace is brought up by the past. The past grudges will create war for the present, will create differences for the present. But the past peace, the past history, the past goodness brings a lot of peace for the present. So it is good that the present, which will be the past of tomorrow, to be treated properly, to be taken care of, so that tomorrow we are sure of peace. Because peace of the present is built on the history of the past. It is good for historically to research communities, people to research their past that could bring a problem to the present and resolve. A peace could be by methods of prayer, it could be by method of discussion, it could be a method of compensations and so on. It is always the past that hurts, that brings the wounds of the present. It gives me peace when I can only do. If God gives me to understand what I can do and what I cannot do. Some people fight or have been fighting politically for positions they cannot change, they cannot get. And they have fought years after years. Such is a problem. It's a wound. In fact, a chronic wound. Always, if you can understand, this is what I can, and you do what you can, and what you can't, you leave it to another one whom God grants the knowledge to know what to do, will do it. But because we do not understand ourselves and do not accept ourselves, we have that conflict. Most conflicts come about because of the history, the bad history, the grudges of the past. They bring the present conflicts. It is fighting with what you cannot change that brings also a conflict. It is a conflict in mind. It brings wounds in mind. But if you can do what you can only, and you know the difference, that you are fighting a war you cannot win, you will abandon it, and you will not keep long problem, and as you will agree with the others. And therefore, that is the conflict, that is the source of conflicts. People trying to change what they cannot be changed, and not understanding what they cannot change. Because those who try to change what cannot be changed, it is because they do not understand they cannot change it. If you understand you cannot move the stone, you will not be with your little hammer, start hitting the stone, crushing that stone with that little hammer which will not crush it. Indigenous knowledge. First, the word indigenous knowledge is the knowledge that has been there. Others have used it in the past, and they have what others have used. And what has been used, when you want to try to do what has been done before, you are always going to a path that is open. So that's why to use indigenous is where there's already experience, where there's already an opening. So there will be always a success. But if it is not indigenous, it is try and error. And try and error may worsen the situation of a problem. And so that's why indigenous, those who have kept indigenous styles of handling things, they have a system. And they have harmony. And at the end is success. Westermania is the foreign new thing I was telling you. People are copying what it was not theirs, which have no background, where there are no rules. They don't know why they are doing it. But if you know what you already believe, what is accepted, and that's why we are getting problems. For example, our daughters now, our ladies, they are using different kind of oils to clean themselves, to make themselves beautiful, change their skins. And so many of them get skin cancer. Because the chemicals, how the chemicals react to them to the end, it's not normal. They did not have the background. Our old ladies of long ago, the Maasais and so on, they just used the fats from milk, from cattle milk, and that as skin for smoothening the skin. That has hardly any effect. It is very natural. Maybe you say like I have just given an example of our Maasai ladies. They improve their skin by using the fats from milk, butter of the milk. Other people will see you, if you see a Maasai woman or our African women smearing on their body that, they see it as stupidity. They see it as primitivity. But it is they that are ignorant of what he's doing. So that's what I say. Our stupidity, lack of knowledge of why somebody is doing, is not stupidity to you yourself. To that person who is ignorant, is the one who sees you stupid. But to you, truly it is not stupid. Our Peace Path celebrations is teaching us to come together. And it's also bring our different communities with their style of peace, demonstrating here. So it is good that it is becoming, other communities are learning, this is what the Maasai do, this is what the Luhya do. If the Luhyas are doing this, they are looking for peace. If the Kampas are doing this, they are trying, that's the way they bring the peace. And then others are seeing the common thing they are doing together. Like the Luhya, when we are at the past peace here, they always sing about and the kisses also, they talk peace, they call Murembe. And you find that when the Luhyas are singing that and dancing, the kisses automatically join them. Because they are just coming, in the end they are saying one thing, peace. And in the Kisi, peace is a Murembe. In the Luhya, peace is a Murembe. So they begin discovering, when the communities come together, elders come together such that they begin discovering what is same in them. So it is good that we are coming together, we are traveling to see. We are not at the same level, although we are all Kenyans, we are at a different experience and knowledge of what Kenya is. Like they can see if things are not happening well, they call it as the sickness of your clan. And if you discover your clan, your community is sick, it needs a treatment. It needs to be handled as a clan. It may not be a problem of an individual.
Yes,